안녕하세요. 오늘은 골드스미스 대학에 나와 있고요. 오늘 저희는 학교에 대해서 안내를 해주시고 학교에 대한 좋은 정보를 알려드리기 위해서 인터내셔널 공부할 수 있는 스테판 선생님께서 직접 나와주셨습니다.
안녕하세요. My name is Stephen Piggott. I work at Goldsmiths, University of London. And here's our campus. This is the main building. This is called the Richard Hoggett Building. It's been here since the 1800s. And actually it was a naval school for children, and then it was changed into Goldsmiths in about 1892. Come with me through our main entrance. So this is our main hall. This is where you will come on your first day of studies, and it's also where you'll be for your last day, because this is where you graduate. So the graduation ceremony happens here. And right now we're having a meeting with some students. This is also a hall that we use for the music students. They perform here. There's lots of concerts, singing, theatre, and when we have the art and design degree shows, the whole campus becomes an exhibition space. So, yeah. Goldsmiths is so popular because we have some expertise in some really key areas. For example, in art and design. We have the #1 design department in the UK, and we rank very highly for fine art as well. So you might be aware of the Young British Artists, YBA. This is a big movement that started here in Goldsmiths with Damien Hirst and those big names. We also have some big names in art such as Anthony Gormley, Lucian Freud the painter, and some big designers as well. We're also very strong for media and communications. That's one of our most famous departments. Media and Communications, their degree has been going for a very long time, so it's one of the most established degrees in the country. A lot of teachers that teach on the course, they're journalists, they're professionals, and they are experts in the field. So it's a very selective course and very good at teaching you the practical side, but also the theory side, which is very important. So in our media communications course, you have 50% theory and 50% practice. The practice can include animation, film, photography, creative writing, and journalism. Yes, it's famous in Korea. We're very lucky. We've had a lot of great Korean students come here, and they've brought their experience back to Korea, and they've told people about it. And since then, we've had more and more Korean students come. We have some prominent Korean people working in the areas of art and design, but also museum and art gallery curation. So our name is out there, which we're very proud of. The number of Korean students we have is at around 400.
400?
Yes. We have about 10,000 students. Yes, it's a lot of students. About 10,000 students, about 40% of those are from outside the UK, and about 12% of the total are from outside the EU, outside of Europe. And so we have a very big Korean community, which we're very happy about, very proud of. Yeah, I would say our Korean students, they study art, media, design, but also computing. Did you know that our computing courses are very creative? Actually, you can do digital art computing as a degree. You can do an MFA in computing, and you can also do computer games design. So a lot of our artistic and design students, when they discover what our computing courses offer, they end up being very interested in those as well. We specialise in everything from artificial intelligence to robotics, to virtual reality, games design, as I mentioned, so a really creative computing course as well. We also offer theatre, musical theatre, music and performance in those particular degrees. As well as those degrees, we have arts management. So arts management is also very popular with Korean students. Curating, yes, curating is very popular. Yes, it's a 2 years MFA course. You can do that at master's level for 2 years, and you can also do it for 3 years at bachelor's level within our visual communications department. So it's a very strong course, again, preparing students to work within galleries or museums, curating art exhibitions and travelling movements and things like that. So yeah, I think the arts management course is very, very popular with Korean students because it gives you the entrepreneurial aspect, the business aspect, but also the art history, the skills and knowledge that you need to work within the creative industries. So you might work within a theatre, a gallery, within a performance group, or even a concert venue, and we'll teach you how to work within that field and give you all the knowledge and skills that you need. Yeah, that's a good question. So we have a larger percentage of undergraduate students at the university. So most of our students are studying bachelor's level. In terms of Korean students, I think it's probably a 50-50 split. So 50% of our Korean students are doing undergraduate and 50% are doing postgraduate. So this is our campus. This is all of our buildings house different subjects. So this one we have psychology and management. We also have the graduate school. This one back here, we've just come from the public building. So this is our main campus, and this is where you'll study lots of different classes from art, but also media, history, music. This building over here, this is our gymnasium. Beside that is our design building. It looks not very impressive from the outside, but on the inside it's got lots of great facilities, great labs, great materials and excellent teachers. This building up here, this is where we teach management and entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurship is a really key area nowadays. This is where we teach students how to start their own company, if they've got an idea as a designer for their own design agency or product design agency, or even if you want to set up your own creative curating consultancy, we will help you to set up a business in that way. So that's our entrepreneurship course. Yeah, so Goldsmiths is famous for art and design and media, and sometimes people wonder, what kind of jobs am I going to get in those areas? How am I going to make money as an artist or designer? Well, actually that's why we've introduced entrepreneurship as a strong element of our teaching at Goldsmiths. So we teach you the skills that you need to build your own company, build your own agency or consultancy, give you the business, the marketing, the people management and the entrepreneurial modelling knowledge to make the most of your studies, to make some money from your creative practice. So this week at Goldsmiths is what we call Welcome Week, and this is when we welcome all of our international students from around the world. So Welcome Week is set up to, as you might imagine, welcome students. So we will actually come and pick you up from the airport. We'll take you to the campus on a coach, and we will set up meetings and social activities. We will introduce you to the library, we'll give you a tour of the campus, you'll meet your teachers, you'll meet each other, you'll make friends in the first week, and you'll also get a chance to join the clubs and societies within the student union, which is a really good way of meeting friends and doing some extracurricular activities. In terms of support, we have a very strong well-being department, and they can help you with any issues that you might have that are not to do with academics. So you might be feeling homesick, you might be feeling like you need to talk to somebody, maybe you feel stressed about your exams, but usually most students, they can cope very well here, but if they don't, they've got the well-being team to talk to. You've also got a personal tutor within your department who can help you with any of your academic queries. They can help you with any issues you've got with understanding essay questions or understanding how to approach questions in your exams. You also have the English Language Centre, and they have something called in-sessional English, and they can help you for about 2 hours a week with your English language and writing essays in the academic style that we're used to here in the UK, so that can be really helpful. So yeah, lots of support available for international students. Yeah, accommodation. So we are a campus-based university in southeast London. So we're just 5 minutes from the city centre of London. So you've got the big city not too far away, but when you want to escape the big city, you've got this lovely green campus that you can see here. And we have lots of space here, we're very lucky. So we can accommodate thousands of students. We have about 12 halls of residence. You can apply for those when you apply for your course. And we guarantee that we at least try and offer you one of our places on our campus accommodation in your first year. So as long as you apply for your accommodation before a certain deadline, we try to make sure that you get your first preference. All of our accommodation are very close to the campus. 2 of them are actually on campus, and then 3 or 4 of them are just around the surrounding areas. So we have plenty of room for accommodation. It's first come, first serve in terms of your top choices. So when you apply, you'd make 12 choices, you rank your preference, and we try to give you one of your top 3 as long as you apply within the deadline. If you don't, we'll still try to offer you one of your other choices within that list. Yeah. So we try to guarantee all of the students that are not coming from London a place in our halls. And we were voted one of the cheapest student accommodations in London. So I think we are the 3rd cheapest for accommodation in London. I'm not sure who the first and second are. Yeah, the general A-level requirements are 3 Bs. So we're looking for 3 Bs in A-levels if you look at that. So you can use that to compare with your Korean high school certificate. And when you do the foundation at CEG or at Goldsmiths, this will bring you up to the level that you need for the bachelor study at Goldsmiths. And they will help you with your English language as well. I think it's a really good idea to do a foundation because not only do you get teaching in terms of the subject, but you get a chance to improve your English and to live in London for a year before your course starts, so you can get used to the academic culture here and get used to the culture in general. It can be quite different from people's home countries when they travel here. But having said that, there are plenty of Korean restaurants around if you miss Korean cooking. I'm not sure what the quality is like, but you could try them. So our portfolios for art and design. So the way we teach art and design, we teach it in a very kind of non-disciplinary way. So when you study art at Goldsmiths, you don't just study painting or just photography or just animation or just sculpture. You study everything to do with art. You study the concept, you study the idea, you study the art history, and then you will have the freedom to go and explore your ideas, your concepts, your messages in whatever discipline you're familiar and comfortable with. So you can explore your art throughout performance, throughout photography, painting, sculpture. The same with design. We don't necessarily focus on any one area of design. For example, we don't specialize in fashion or products or industrial design. We focus on design in general, and our designers leave Goldsmiths knowing all aspects of design. So we hope that our degree can help you to work in any area. And so the portfolios for these courses, they're looking for a strong, openness to working in different disciplines. So if you have an art portfolio, please try and show us different kinds of art. The same with design. Please try and show us different talents you have within the design discipline. We also want to see a personal statement, which is the essay that you write, which says why you want to do that course, why Goldsmiths, how you think that course will help you with your future career aspirations. And in your portfolio, you'll probably hear this before, but for the UK, you must include your development work. So that is your sketchbooks and all of the development work that leads to the final completed product within the end results. The portfolio advice is available on our website, so you can have a look at that later. And I think a good idea is always to look at the student work. Have a look at our previous degree shows to see what kind of work is prepared by our students, and that will give you an indication of the standard we have here, and also an indication of whether your particular style of art and design fits in with how we teach those subjects. So, as you'll know, Korean students who are coming directly from high school must do a foundation when they study bachelors at university level in the UK. Our entry requirements are quite high. We look for a very good high school diploma from Korea, and we look for about a 5.5 or sometimes a 6.0 in the UK BI IELTS. And this can be very difficult to attain. But what you could do is you could apply for a foundation at CEG. CEG are our trusted partner, and they send us a lot of students each year to progress from their foundation onto our bachelor's courses. But this is a nice time of year. This is when all of our students are arriving, and so there is a really nice atmosphere on campus. Everybody's just discovering the campus for the first time or coming back after a long summer holiday, and they're engaging in lots of fun things like pizza night, movie night, games night. So there's a really strong social aspect to coming to Goldsmiths as well as the academic side of things. We want you to enjoy yourself, to be happy, to have a good time if you spend 3 years here or 1 year here. And we want to make sure that you are having the well-rounded experience that you should have at university. So you'll meet people from all over the world. We have about 140 countries represented on campus. So you can meet people from the Americas, from all over Asia, from South America, and all over Europe. So it's a really diverse and rich experience. I think the type of students that we usually have are those who are, I guess, also quite creative, but also quite entrepreneurial. Those who are open to different experiences and different ways of learning, and those who are really flexible in terms of how they work. Because when you work in a university in the UK, you're attending classes, but you also have one-to-ones, you have practical time, you have studio time, and then you have time that you spend in the library. So we need students who are able to adapt to all those different kinds of learning and practicing. So our students are very, I would say, very creative, very friendly, and very flexible. So this cafe was built last year, so it's one of about 4 or 5 cafes on campus, and this is one of the newer ones. We also have a cinema on campus. We have a cinema. It's actually a public, open, commercial cinema, so you can see the films that are on in some of the big chains of cinemas. We also have a new contemporary art gallery on campus, and this opened just 2 weeks ago. And this is a public contemporary art gallery, but it was built by Goldsmiths. So students within our curating course can get involved in curating exhibitions at the gallery. So we have lots of cultural resources on campus for creative students. Goldsmiths로 오세요. 감사합니다.
Very good.
Very good. Thank you.
Thanks so much. I hope it's okay.